Go ahead.
Alright, what we're going to do is we're going to lube this Rhino rifle up in 308. First step is to open, drop the magazine, pull the bolt carrier out, charging handle, pull the second pin to get the upper and lowers apart. Being a match gun, it's a little tight. Now with the vortex, we use the large surface area. Allows us to get into the fire control group, clean the hammer, get all the way down where the powder fouling hides in the bottom of the lower receiver. Get the hammer, decock the hammer. Allows you to get back on the trigger hooks and the resets, which normally very difficult to get to, and you always wind up pulling a whole bunch of lint out after you're done cleaning it if you're not using the right tool, like gun tips. Now you can also get under the bolt hold open very easily. Lower it, wipe down, and move to the upper. It's being a 308, we're going to use the 12 gauge, and allows us to clean and wipe down the inside of the bolt raceway. And a little bit into the barrel extension and the feed ramps. This tool works a lot better to get in on the feed ramps and the individual locking lugs, and in and around on the chamber area. Now, as far as where the charging handle raceway goes, again, this fits perfectly. We'll go underneath the gas tube. It's always tough to reach place. The locking lug recess, and again cleans that raceway out in a minimum amount of time compared to trying to use something inferior like a Q-tip or a cotton swab. Then we get into cleaning into the ejector area, going with a 6-inch. This allows you to get into the fine areas. It's flexible, so you can push it and it'll curl, and get into the opposite end of the ejection port area, as well as cleaning individually between the lugs. Alright, with the upper done, tear into the bolt carrier. And with that, wipe off excess. And then this allows you to get all the way through the firing pin channel and all the way in. And you can see how clearly that does that. And take the extractor out. Again, that 6-inch glides in, gets all the way up to the firing pin tip, gets everything out in one clean fell swoop. Allows that area to be completely clean. And about half the time it would take you normally. Clean the other side of the extractor. And get that sucker back in there. Now to get back into the main bolt body, the bolt carrier. Again, go back to the wide area panel. That'll get into the key area underneath the gas key. And again, the 6-inch goes right in and cleans out the gas key, which has always been a bugger. then we can use another large area paddle. This gets into all the way back to the back where the gas key and the firing pin comes through. And you can see, pulls a whole bunch of stuff out of there. Back in where the firing pin channel is, the firing pin lock. Again, quick. Just going to save you a whole lot of time, gets to all the areas that needs to get cleaned quickly, and no lint. You don't see any fuzz balls in there at all. Much more efficient way to clean an AR platform, whether it be 5.56 or 308. Reassembly. Drop back in. Line. Firing pin. This one's a little trickier. And firing pin retaining pin. Bolt back in place. We'll take the upper. Place our charging handle started. Bolt carrier locked in place. And we made it back with upper and lower. Ready to hit the range again.